Ultimately, the Missouri Compromise was annulled through a Supreme Court case called Dred Scott v. Sanford, which was decided in 1859. So what happened is this. Dred Scott was an enslaved individual who lived in Missouri, which was a state that allowed slavery. He was brought to a free territory to live for 2 years, and then he returned to Missouri and was sold to a person named John Sanford. Dred Scott argued that because he was in a free territory for 2 years, that made him a free individual, and he sued Sanford for his freedom. Ultimately, the Supreme Court wound up hearing this case, and they decided 3 things, which would ultimately lead to the American Civil War and the ending of slavery once and for all. And their decision had 3 parts. Number 1, they decided that Dred Scott was not free. Number 2, they decided that the Missouri Compromise was unconstitutional because there are no provisions in the Constitution that give Congress the power to decide which states allow slavery. So the Supreme Court said that it was really up to the states themselves to decide whether or not they were going to have slavery, and that annulled the Missouri Compromise. And then the third part of their decision was that Dred Scott is not a citizen, nor could anybody in the United States be a citizen unless they were Caucasian. And these were the 3 parts of the Dred Scott decision. The Dred Scott decision is looked back through history as the worst Supreme Court decision ever made. Not only because it wound up leading to the Civil War, which in hindsight is a good thing because it was needed to end slavery, but because the Supreme Court reached beyond what the case was really asking and decided that the Missouri Compromise was unconstitutional. So people argue that the Supreme Court had reached beyond what it was supposed to be doing in this particular case. When we come back, we're going to talk about 3 constitutional amendments that came after the Civil War.